What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today is an exciting day for us here at the channel because Joe is in the house and we're going to play our very first game of Space Weirdos. Really been looking forward to this. Really excited that we're finally able to link up and get this game played. Before we do that, though, if you haven't considered hitting the like, subscribe, share buttons, or checking out any of the links in the description, please do if you got some time to kill, because it really does help me out helping other people kill time. And let's go take a look at the board, the scenario, and talk a little bit about Space Weirdos. Alright friends, welcome to our very colorful mining world, where we're not sure who yet, but one of these parties is the established resident, the other is an invader, and we're going to be trying to just wipe each other out in today's game of Space Weirdos. Now, this is our first game, so there may be some mistakes. Don't be mean to us. Just help us out in the comments and let us know what we did wrong so we can fix it for the future. Yeah, and that's okay, because that's how we learn. If you never mess up, then you're not learning. Anyways, here's my team deployed within a stick. Now, the game does not use measuring devices. It uses these 5-inch widgets called sticks. So when you initially deploy, I won the dice roll, so I deployed all of my guys within one stick of my edge, and Joe has done the same over here, more spread out than I was. And then we're ready to get into the first turn and talk about how the game works. So the first step of the game is the command phase, in which you get normally 3. If your leader is dead, you get one less, and they do not carry over. They can be used for a few things: to hustle, to power up, to dodge, to get a first strike, to overwatch, or to regroup. And we'll address those things more as they come into play. Don't want to overwhelm ourselves or you guys with a bunch of rules jargon before we've even rolled any dice. Then come to the initiative phase, where we will both roll 2d6. I got a 6 to his 8, so he can choose whether to have the first activation or to go second. What you want to do, Joe?
I'm going to go second.
Okay, so I will have the first activation. So when you activate a model, that model gets 3 actions. And those actions can be among moving, aiming, shooting, fighting, disengaging, using a psychic power, recovering, standing, or using an item. I'm going to activate Basher first, and I'm going to move. He's got a movement of 2. So when you move, it's in a straight line along a stick. So I'm going to move to the end of that stick, and then I'm going to move again to the end, up to the side of that building. Here with a marker to designate that I took 2 steps. Little guy's going to come up 2 sticks, ending tucked up behind the gator. I'm going to activate Felix next, who's going to move a stick in this direction. I'm going to be taking some shots at that fellow down range. So then I'm going to take my firepower dice, which is 2d10, re-rolling 1s and 2s. And that's going to go against his defense roll. So Joe has cover, which means my dice type goes down by 1. So I go from a D10 to the D8s. So that's an 11 to his 8. So this is the chart that we use. I've rolled, and I was greater than his defense roll, but not double his defense roll. So the target rolls on the under fire table, which is right here. 4, which is a snapshot. The defending model may immediately take a shoot action against the attacker at -1 dice type. If he does it, it would technically be at -2 to his dice type, because I've also got cover in addition to the snapshot. Shot back, he'll actually be at -1 because he has a reticle on the gun, so that gives him +1 firepower.
Okay.
That does not hit me. I have 1 action left, so I will shoot at him again. I got an 8. Yep. So that will block. This fine fellow will be up next for Joe. 1 move action to here. I'm going to go next with Ichiro, who is speed 3, and he's going to use all of those to move up the field. I come around the corner right here. Joe will spend a command point to overwatch me from that fellow. Taking the shot. Good roll. I got a 10, so he beats me, but he doesn't double me. And then I roll on the table, and this is +1. 6 goes to a 7. Put him down.
He's going to stay.
Leader man comes around the corner and elects to stay put. Next up will be my man Slickix. with his jump pack. I'm gonna jump this way. I'm in line of sight, but I stay in cover. And then we're gonna spend an action to aim. And we're gonna spend an action to shoot at that fellow. Roll. Good roll. It's a 12. That's a miss.
Is that a 40?
Mad Doctor uses his 3 sticks of movement to get up to that cover.
That's a killer.
I'm gonna go with Elvira, who's gonna move once, and she's gonna take a shot at this fellow back here. Correction. Yep, we will shoot at this fellow because that fellow has a stealth suit. I am going to spend a command point here to power up, to level up my firepower by 1. Rolling 2 big D12s here. I got a 9. You got a 10. Shoot one more time. There we go. There's a decent number. Okay, re-roll that one. So 7 to my 14.
Definitely over.
Doubles you. Doubling means that he rolls with +1 on the under fire table, and then my weapon also has +1 to the under fire table roll. So he's rolling at +2 on 2d6. That's a 7, 8, 9.
Down and staggered.
Down and staggered. Heal. He's going to try to use his healing spell. To do that is an unopposed roll. So he's going to make his check, and then I'm going to make my check. Does not go off. That leaves me with Dagda, my medic, who's going to move towards Ichigo. Ending here. D12s as he shoots at me. Getting an 11 to my 13. Joe won the initiative roll and has opted to go first this turn. Quick note, first turn, just caught some mistakes. We're going to rectify them moving forward. Oh, we were doing cover wrong. It's a bonus to the defender, not a negative to the attacker. And we also forgot the defense modifier, or the dice type modifiers for how far you move. But we got it now, and we're going to get it moving forward. Isn't that right, Joe?
It is. We got it.
Mad Doc jumping from that northern cover to right here. When he gets to right there, I'm going to spend a point for Overwatch. Okay, we've got his modifier for his movement traveled. I got an 11. He got a 10, so that will hit. Ooh,
10.
jeez Louise. All right, so he's just walked around that corner and got popped right in the skull. So I'm going to activate Felix, who's just going to stay put and just rain shots down on this guy right here. I'm going to spend a command point to power up. That's a 4. Nope, that's a miss. Second shot. That's a 17 to an 8. That doubles you. Quick correction before we do that damage roll. I don't need to spend this command point because I have a reticle on the gun that I didn't see. So we're going to refund. He gets a 4 on that, so he gets to fire a snapshot at me. Get a 7. Nothing. My final shot is a 12 to his 10, which will hit. Just a straight roll. 10 will be removed from action. Medic's going to move up. He will then use his med kit to make that guy become ready. Moves Slickix up 2 sticks. I'm going to spend a command point to Overwatch me with backup. That's the fellow in pink. Right. So another thing that we missed is that we had some of the modifiers wrong. Again, we're going to correct that. We're going to do it right moving forward. If it says +1 dice type, that's when you're doing a dice type shift. If it just says +1, then you're just adding that to the roll. So in this situation, he's going to shoot at me. He is -1 dice type because I have 2 movement tokens, and I am +1 defense dice type because I have 2 movement tokens.
So I got
3. Not going to hit. This works is I will make 1 roll, and then he will roll separately against it. That's a 10. Not an awful roll, but not a great roll. So we're going to hit the medic on a 9. We're not going to hit the backup. So the medic will roll on the under fire table +1. Getting a 5, so he will run away. Running away back to where he came from. Backup's going to get up and moving. Backup is going to try to telekinesis me. I'm going to spend a command point to power up my willpower. Good roll. Better than my roll. Ho, ho, ho. moving me to here, and then taking a shot.
Basically, it's +2. So it's total 12.
I can wait. Okay, so with his aim, getting a 9, 10 to my 10. So that's tie. That's a miss. Ichiro will ready himself to stand up and then move twice. All right, taking the shot. 6, 7 with my armor. Because he has a +1 to his firepower roll.
And then you roll +1.
So that's a 9, 10.
10. You're out of it.
I'm going to go with Elvira,
Shoot that back up.
who's going to shoot at that guy once to take me up to a D12, where I get a 7.
And my fire.
So then I got an 8 because I have a
+1.
reticle.
So
Okay, second shot is an 8. I can re-roll this 1, I think. So that takes me to a 14, which is not going to double him, but it will hit. +1 to the under fire roll. 7. Joe's leader will jump across to here. He is then going to try to use mind control on Ichiro. The D8s. 9 to 12. He's -2 dice types here because of the range and the particular weapon, and because of my movement. Reroll that one. 10 to 11. So Dagda's gonna move up, and she's gonna shoot at the guy who's down. It's 8, 9 for his defense. Oh. I get a 4, so that shot will miss. If my leader got killed, I have to check to see if I'm broken. So go ahead, roll, Joe. He gets a 4. I get a 6, so I am not broken. If I had failed that, then I would have been... I would not done, but I would have rolled all the initiative rolls for the rest of the game at -1 dice type. Then we go to turn 3 initiative. I got a 7. You got a 7. I got an 11. You got an 11. I got a 2. You got a 10. It's gonna jump in. I'm going to fire an Overwatch. I got a 10. Decent roll.
And who you shooting?
The medic.
The medic, okay.
That'll fail. And then he will shoot at Ichiro after standing up, back up. Good roll. To my 9, 10. So, yep, that will hit. That is out of action. He will activate Elvira, or we'll take 1 aim action to back up. That's a 16. 16, 17 with the reticle.
So 12, 13.
Still gonna hit. So +1 on the underfire. 8, 9, 10. He's out. And then my second shot will go at the dock. That's a 11, 12. 14. Joe's gonna jump 1 with his leader. Split the last bit. Joe's leader is gonna jump to here and then declare that he's gonna shoot at me, in which case I'm gonna use my final command point to dodge. That'll hit.
11, is that over? Twice?
No, I had a 7. Hold on. We gotta resolve the first one first. 5, 7, and an 11. So nothing on the second shot. Felix is gonna go next for me, and he's gonna dump shots into the medic. So I got a 7, or I got a 12, 13 with the reticle. Joe got a 12. Does he have armor?
He does. He does not.
So I will hit there. There's a 5, so he'll run away. 2 actions, we will push Felix up the field. Eagle Eye will move and then shoot at Felix. All right. hitting me
And reroll once.
with a 6. Not gonna hit me. Second shot. 13, 14 with your +1, right?
Yep.
To a 13, 14. Agda will move up. Here's moving this way. Joe will call Overwatch. Strong roll. 10, that will hit.
Okay, +1 to firepower roll.
7, 8 will stagger me, but I can use the recover action and then move. We're gonna try to make an unopposed willpower roll to break the stagger. 10's pretty good. It gets 2d6. 2d6.
Oh, 2d6.
Unopposed is always 2d6. It's your will and then 2d6.
Four.
All right, so we will, and then we will move on up the board. Maintenance step, we both have to check to see if we're broken. So Joe, you can check first.
7.
4, you are fine. And then I check. 7. I am broken, so I'll be -1 to my initiative roll. Even though I was rolling d4s, I managed to win that initiative roll. I'm gonna go with Felix first. I'm gonna shoot at his leader because he's now within a stick of me. And move to there behind some cover. All right, so we have come to a situation where the book doesn't give us an answer, so I'm gonna tell you what Joe and I decided amongst ourselves. He is jetpacking over the top of this building, which he is totally allowed to do. The question comes to with Overwatch and his stealth suit, because when he's jumping, we're saying that as he's jumping over the building, he's not in contact with it, so I can Overwatch him. And he wouldn't have the stealth. So if we're doing that wrong, or if you've come into that situation, let us know in the comments and let us know what agreement you came to. Either way, the shot's going to be taken with her. Let's see if I can pick him out of the sky.
+1.
Oh, I do.
3.
I get a 6, so not only do I beat him with that terrible roll, but I double it. Roll it +2. That's a 7, 8, 9.
He's down and staggered.
A freaking shot, Elvira. You're gonna get some kind of bounty hunter commendation. Elvira is just gonna dump shots. I'm not gonna aim or anything else. I'm just gonna put shots into that leader. Okay, first shot is a 16, 17 to your 11, 12. So that'll be under fire +1.
Okay.
7, 8.
Staggered.
So that staggered result will remove him because it progresses. Like if you're down and you get another down result, you become staggered. If you're downed and staggered and get another stagger, you're removed. So one less thing for me to deal with. Any other targets, Elvira will then spend her remaining 2 actions to slink up the field. If a Dagda next, she is going to move. And then I'm going to try to cast Prescience on Basher. It's an unopposed roll, so I roll my willpower, Joe rolls the 2d6. I got a 15, so it will go off. So he will have +1 to all of his dice type rolls for the rest of the round. Sniper Man gonna aim, shoot at Basher. All right. 7
8. That's an 8.
to an 8. Hit correction because I don't have armor on him, and it's +1.
And he has a +1 to under fire.
Yep. So 5. So
He runs for cover.
step away. Second shot.
8, 9.
Hold on, I have the wrong dice in my hand. 10, 10.
Yeah.
So miss. Sure, we'll move back into position and then open fire on the medic. Overwatch me. Getting a good roll.
That's 13.
To my 17. First shot. So 14, that's a miss. Second shot. Probably a miss. I got an 8, I think.
Get a 7.
Wait, gets a 5, so he will push away. Game is normally 4 rounds, but it is a variable length. You roll a d6 at the end of turn 4. We got a 2, so there will not be another round, and then the winner is whoever killed the most points worth of models, which is going to be me. So that's going to be a hearty handshake for my good friend Joe. Joe in his awesome t-shirt. Wave to the friends, Joe.
Hey.
Thank you, Joe, for coming by playing some Space Weirdos. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in, hanging out while we played some Space Weirdos and learn and bared with us through our mistakes and corrections. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.